suppose you listen to the call of the wild and give in to your animal instinct.
Hey everybody, welcome to Ringside with WhattaDay Joe Lowry. I am joined today by two of the hottest domestic creatures around. They are set to do battle on the upcoming season 4 premiere of WoW Women of Wrestling. First up, she's known as the Resident Feline, and yes, this kitty has claws. And she is joined by the best in show, the gold standard, and of course, her bark is worse than her bite. Together, they are known as Animal Instinct. Let's welcome Katarina Jinx and Miss Goldie Collins. Welcome, ladies.
Hello, Joe, and what a day.
Remember that. That's great. Great. Hi, Goldie. How are you?
Oh, I am just doing wonderful, Joe. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, the gold standard and the Resident Feline back with WhattaDay. It's great to have you both here. Real quick, you both had a wild ride this past season on WoW Women of Wrestling, facing just about everyone, including the Mother Truckers, the Miami Sweet Heat, the Mighty Mites, and most recently, Albania's own Xena Phoenix and her partner, one half of the Dojo Defenders, Kara Kai. No doubt you both be on the prowl. So I got to ask you this first. I've been hearing a lot of talk about this. How does a cat and a dog persona coexist in a zoo-type atmosphere such as professional wrestling? I'll start with you, Katrina. Go ahead. You tell us, Katarina, how it is.
Oh, well, I love it to say this, and I say it often, and that is our differences truly make us special. And, you know, we might be a cat and a dog, but we definitely find what makes us strong together. Our instinct really does set us apart from the rest of the locker room, which gives this camaraderie that you can't really create on your own. It has to come naturally. And I think when it comes to Goldie and I, we just found our soul bond with each other in the ring.
Goldie, how do you feel about that?
Oh, I love when she talks about us, because I worry, being a more charismatic and over the top person. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like we are with all our cats. It's like, does my cat like me? And when it comes over and it sits on your lap or whatever, you're like, oh my gosh, my cat does like me. So it's so heartwarming when we get these moments, because anyone knows that I love my kitty. I think she's just the best on the roster. I think that she is everything that I am not in all the best ways, and vice versa. And I couldn't be more grateful to be tagging with someone of her caliber.
Now, Katarina, can you follow up with that? And, how do you feel about having the best in show, the gold standard, as your, undiabolical tag team partner?
I could not imagine having anyone else as my tag team partner. I truly, honestly believe that if I didn't have Goldie, I would not be in the tag division. There is no one like her. She definitely covers all of my weak spots, and then some. And she is the voice to our persona. She is the leader that I think every introverted cat always wanted. I could not imagine doing this without her.
Now I got to ask you both a serious question here. Off camera, are you both the first one to call or contact each other each morning, like any dog or pet would be? The first one you check in the morning. Is that somewhere? Does that happen with you two?
Absolutely, it does. Though I will say I'm always a little bit remiss. I definitely fall into the phone call is very challenging this morning department. We tend to be more of like the voice chat kind of people. I think
there you
Goldie knows
Yeah.
that if she contacts me, it might take a day for me sometimes to answer, but I do always answer. I definitely can be remiss. But yes, whenever we need something, it's always the two of us. We always go for each other to find, that advice that we need or the gossip that we want to, talk about.
Well, Katarina, that sounds like a perfect answer for you. As to Goldie, are you busy barking up the tree at 2 a.m. for Katarina?
It just depends on the day. I often am sending little, memes or voice memos, like she said. I call them I sent her podcasts, aka me just talking at her for like 10 minutes on a voice memo.
Right.
And I'll yap, 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 and she will listen and then thoughtfully respond to each and every part. So I think we definitely are, we lean into our roles very easily, and then are able to
Sure.
kind of balance out the other side.
Now, getting into this season 4, I know we could probably expect the unexpected, but I know you both had trouble with the tag champs, the Mother Truckers, last season. Are there any chance that tag team gold, or in this case silver, could be in the future again for you gals?
Absolutely. I think we are well overdue for a tag team title run.
Sure.
We have sort of been just right on the brink of succeeding several times these past 2 seasons we've been together. And it's always been there's always been something that has stopped us. And I think the moment we can figure out what that thing is and overcome it, we will be unstoppable.
Excellent. Katarina, your thoughts?
No, exactly. It always feels like something is holding us back, whether it's just the situation or something outside of what we're doing. You never,
Sure.
it definitely felt like there was something pulling at our strings.
Exactly. With that being said, Katarina, I'll start with you first, and then Goldie. Are there any other tag teams in WoW that you think you both can take a bite out of?
I think we can take a bite out of everybody. I think that entire locker room is going to get a piece of us next season. We are out for blood. We will succeed this year. This is our season, and I don't think we will allow anything to stop us.
Wow, meow, meow, meow. Let's hear from Goldie Collins. What's your bark on this?
I feel similarly. I think anyone that has stepped to us, we have proven that we are worthy competitors. I think those that we've not faced yet, I would honestly say they could fear us, and that's why we haven't. We have not been given an opportunity to face Penelope Pink and Miss Hollywood, whatever, Holly Swag, and we names. And we've not been given that opportunity to face them. And I think that is intentional. I think Lana Starr has made it clear that we are not allowed near those titles to protect her stake in the game. And that's not fair. So I would like to take them on as long as they're tag team champs. However, I still don't understand how they're together. That's beyond me. I mean,
Sure.
I get that people don't know how we are together, but like they don't even seem to like each other,
Ooh, okay.
So we'll see. I don't know. I also I'd love to step in the ring with the Brat Pack. We've never faced BK Rhythm and Gigi Gianni, so it'd be fun to toy around with them.
Sure. Without divulging too much information, anything that you guys can, perhaps tease for season 4, Air of WoW? What's next for Animal Instinct? Let's put it that way. Goldie, I'll start with you.
Yeah, so we honestly, moving into season 4, like we've said, our mission is clear. We are heading for those titles. So we are
Okay.
going to be knocking off these tag teams one by one until we get that opportunity. I think something to look forward to is just the new venue and experience that being at the Fremont Live uh,
Sure.
wrestling, fighting. We're calling it Fights at Fremont Live Experience. And
Wow.
I think that it is, yeah, it's truly, it's one of a kind. It's such a spectacular view. And I think audiences are really going to be wowed. No pun intended.
No, there you go. No pun intended. But we love the puns here on WhattaDay.
We do.
Katarina, your thoughts on the Fremont experience? This is going to be exciting. Are you nervous for this upcoming season?
I would say more excited than
Okay.
nervous. I think we are far overdue to be at a venue like
Sure.
in Vegas. There is nothing like the Fremont Street experience.
Oh, no.
And the energy that comes from it, being in such a vibrant city. And I think all of us on the roster, no matter where, who you like or who you don't like, all of us are excited because we're going back to our roots.
Sure.
WoW, the premiere of WoW or premiere of Glow, sorry, started in Vegas. So I think we're all very excited to have that energy again and to see the differences.
Yep. And as we all know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And I'll just leave that one alone right there. That could get in trouble here with the broadcasting folks. But, I have to ask this question because, in the world of professional wrestling, this always happens pretty much most of the time, if not all of the time. And as with any other animals of your nature, do either one of you think you may stray in this upcoming season, perhaps seeking greener pastures? I'll start with you, Goldie.
I personally don't intend to stray. I think, like any good dog, I know who feeds me, I know who cares for me, and so the partnership that we've cultivated is unmatched. I think although we both could potentially, continue to seek solo opportunities, I will always be in Katarina's corner and she mine. So I don't intend to stray. I think we are locked for life, personally.
And I know, Katarina, that cats are very loyal, just like dogs. But they tend to take off and not come home for weeks, perhaps months at a time. I own personally 9 cats. Well, I should say my other half does. I'm more of a dog lover. But nonetheless, Katarina, what do you think?
I agree with everything Goldie says. And it's one of those, yes, we are so strong on our own, and that's something that we shouldn't be deprived of moving towards or striving towards, but we are so good together. And even though sometimes I do bite the hand that feeds, sorry about that.
Yes, I know that. I have some serious cuts right there in my elbow to prove that.
My own cat does it all the time, and it doesn't mean I love Goldie any less. In fact, it is part of my way of telling her I love her. And we are not unsusceptible to arguments or things like that, but I think we have a complete understanding of where the other one is coming from and why we think the way we do and where we can find common ground between the two of us and our opinions. And that's part of the strength that we have, is that we can take our differences, we can take our opinions and still be able to do what needs to be done and also find complete friendship and loyalty towards each other, no matter what comes our way.
Excellent. Before we wrap up, I do need to ask one more question. This is more of an individualistic type question. I'll start with Goldie first. Goldie, what are your what message do you want to convey to your fans for this upcoming season for yourself?
I want my fans to know that I am bringing the same gold standard that I have brought up to this point. I will continue to be the best in show. And frankly, loyalty, like you said, is so important to me. I'm a pack animal. And so without my wolf pack, without my Goldie girls, where would I be? So I want them to know that I am still out there fighting the good fight for them. And I hope, and I know that I will make them proud.
Woof, that was a good answer. Katarina, you're up.
I don't know if I can compete with that. No, I mean, I would tell my adoring fans, the hunt is still on, and the hunt will be on for as long as I can sustain it. And we are ready to take on this entire roster. We are not going to leave a single stone unturned. We are coming for everybody. And to have all of our fans behind our backs is absolutely a driving force. And you are all hunting just like I am, just like we are. And that is an amazing feeling to have you behind us.
That's awesome. Great answers from both of you ladies. I personally am very excited to catch the season 4 premiere, which is this Saturday, by the way. You can catch WOW's Women of Wrestling on Saturday. Check your listings, of course, because you guys are on a broad variety of networks. I know in the Northeast, you're here on the CW, and some other places you're on CBS, Roku TV, Paramount Plus. So that's pretty exciting news for you guys. I love that aspect. So pretty much the whole nation can catch WOW Women of Wrestling. I want to thank both Katarina Jinx and Goldie Collins, a.k.a. Animal Instinct, for joining us today. And that will do it for everyone here at Ringside. I'm Joe Lowry. What a day.
Thanks,
Be sure
Joe.
to like and subscribe to Ringside with WhattaDay.